Super Bowl champions, Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you.
Playoffs and Phil.
What's up, guys? Dutchy talking in here. As always, God bless. Go first.
Let the celebration begin.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Eagles postgame show with Jack and Dalt. Proudly powered by TickPick, the official fan experience partner of the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, let's take it to the...
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another Eagles postgame show. Eagles get the job done today and take down those pesky, those annoying, those red-headed Kansas City Chiefs. Yep, final score 20-17. This one had you on the edge of your seat, definitely had me on the edge of my seat, but there were a lot of positives, especially Zadarius Smith coming into his own. Efficient is good. We're going to talk about that here in a second. If you guys want to call on the show, there's not a better time to call in than right now, so feel free to call in. It's just me. I could use some company, 302-316-4848. I'll talk about whatever you want to talk about, Eagles. But we'll talk about Jalen Hurts looking efficient. We'll talk about Saquon Barkley's great game. Makuba had an amazing pick, that 2-0 feeling, and that this team is just going to keep going and keep getting better. And that's actually what I'm going to start the show out with tonight. Feel free, 302-316-4848, call into the show. But at all times, I knew this team was going to win the game, but there were a couple of hiccups. And I know that I'm not the only one that felt that way. There were a couple of moments that we were all like, are they going to get out of this? Are they not going to get out of this? How are the Eagles going to react? And I think that the Eagles have proved that they are the new team to beat in the NFL. They are the new Kansas City Chiefs, and it's great to see that. But we got Billy O'Keefe calling in. Billy O'Keefe, we're going to get you on here first. How you doing tonight?
What's up? What's up?
I mean, amazing win. How you feeling?
I feel pretty good. I'm here watching Sunday Night Football right now, but yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about the Eagles win. I mean,
oh, is this Fratty?
Yeah.
What's up, Frat? How you doing?
Doing all right.
How are you feeling about this team? Like, are you nervous at all, or do you think that this team, like Nick Sirianni said, is only going to get better?
I think it's one of those early season. I'd say September. With our team, with our offense not being the greatest, because remember last year we started off 2-2 last year, and we ended up winning the Super Bowl. But I think this year this team's defense seems like it's playing. I mean, early on in the year is a little bit better this time around, but just their offense is kind of the same, but it's really hard to tell. I mean, we do own Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, and it seemed like anymore. Andy, I'd say this: Andy Reid, I mean, in the Chiefs, I don't know what's going on down there. Travis Kelce, I don't know what's going on with you too, because you guys stink anymore. But getting back to the Eagles, I really like the way we were running our offenses with the push. I really believe that I mean, this team is still at least a 12-win team. This team will be okay. Overall, I think if we can keep running the ball and doing our thing, that the Eagles are going to be okay. And I think what's the name though?
Well, we got Billy O'Keefe who keeps calling in, so I'm gonna let him know to call back. When he does call back, I'm gonna have to pick it up. Okay.
All right.
But any concluding thoughts? You got like 10 seconds probably before he gives a ring back. But anything else you think about the Birds this week as we prepare for LA?
I think LA is going to be. It's going to be another one-score game. If we do win, I say we win. I'm going to say we win by maybe 4 to 6 points. I say maybe like 27 to 20, 22 or 21 games, something like that.
Sounds good. Well, hey, Friday, I got to go because we got Billy on the phone, okay?
Yeah, I'm getting off and watching Sunday Night Football anyway, so let me go.
All right, see you, buddy. Hey, Billy, how you doing?
Billy O. O'Keefe. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
How you feeling about the game, Billy?
Yo, Dalton.
Yo, man, how you feeling?
How you feel? Listen, man. Listen, beating the Chiefs just like any other week, brother. It feels nice. It feels nice. Chiefs 0-2, man. I love it.
Just like any other week, Billy.
Listen,
I like that. That's confident.
yeah, listen, man. Listen now. Playing the Rams now, as you, the Rams do good today. I really didn't watch because I was working, but I think the Rams. Listen, I think we beat the Rams. It's a home game. Not really concerned. Devonta Smith, I'm not concerned about either. I know he got banged with the back. Not really concerned about him. He'll probably just get checked out, and then midweek he should be fine. Yeah, this team's a 13-4 team. Tell you right now.
Wow. Okay, so Billy, let me ask you one question. Who is your team to beat in the NFC?
Who's my what?
Your team to beat in the NFC.
Team to beat. I'll tell you what, man. When I was watching that Thursday night game, Green Bay looks scary, dude, and we got to play them away. I may count that as a loss, man, because I'm telling you, it's coming into the bye week. That might be a loss, man. That might be a loss. I mean, unless our defense can hold Green Bay, but it's a whole different when it's in Green Bay. Last year we played them in Brazil, but when it's in Green Bay, I don't know, man. It's going to be tough. But what I like to see is I had to see either winning in Green Bay and losing to the Chargers, or winning in Green Bay and losing to the Chargers. So one of those two, Chargers, Packers, going to be win or loss. One of those two going to be win or loss.
Get ready, man. I think so too. I'll tell you what, Billy.
Yeah.
I think the Packers is a phenomenal answer. They're definitely my team that I am most afraid of as well.
Tell you why. They the first 2 weeks, I have seen nothing but, like offensively, Jordan Love is what he is. Like the offense is where it is. I know they lost Jair Alexander. Michael Parsons is there. I mean, like I said, man, Packers look scary, dude. And I have a friend of mine who works as a Packers fan, and they're a scary team. And listen, if we have to face them in the playoffs, it's going to be scary. Going to be scary.
That's going to be scary for both sides, I think. I think that's a heavyweight fight right there if I've ever heard of one. The way Green Bay's playing this year, the way Philadelphia is rolling into it.
Not really concerned about Washington either. I know people saying Washington's our division team, but I'm not really concerned about Washington either. They just lost Austin Eckler for a year, Achilles. I'm not really concerned about Washington anymore. But the one thing I will say is I got Terry McLaurin in my fantasy league. They've been using Debo more than him, and I'm like, why is that? Always question me. I'm like, are they going to use Terry? I mean, he's on the team, right? They just signed him, right? For what, 4 years? And they keep using Debo. But, I really think, who they got next week? I forget who they got next week. Commanders. Who they got next week? I think they got the Raiders. Oh, that's an easy one. Raiders. Raiders. They got to play the Raiders. The Commanders got to play the Raiders. I tell you what, that Monday night game's going to be good. Chargers, Raiders. That's going to be good. That's going to be a battle, man. That's going to be a battle. So I love Harbaugh. Harbaugh's a great coach. I'd love to see the Chargers get the win on the road. Would love it.
That'd be a lot of fun to see. But Billy, I appreciate you calling in, brother. Any concluding thoughts you got?
Man, listen, man. No, but one more thing before you go, man. Tough one for the Phillies today, man. I know they couldn't get it done today, but they bounce back tomorrow and get it done against the Dodgers.
Hey, you hit the nail on the head, brother. We will bounce back, but hey, at least one of the teams got the job done. Billy, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you calling in as always, and I hope to see you next week for another Eagles W.
See you next week, brother. Go Birds. God bless, and go Birds, and go Phils.
You know it, bro. Take care.
You know it, bro. Bye-bye.
That's a good man right there. Make sure you guys check out my guy, Billy O'Keefe. Thank you for calling in the show. Billy, we appreciate you. 302-316-4848. Feel free to call in. But let's talk about Zadarius Smith. Zadarius Smith has found a way to contribute. He had a couple great plays today for the Birds, finding his way. And what I like about Za'Darius is he brings a veteran pedigree. Like, remember how this team had a tackling issue early in the year last year? That doesn't happen with a player like Za'Darius Smith. He's already made those mistakes. He's already been around the block. So I'm very, very happy to see what we've seen out of Za'Darius Smith. What's up, Roth? How you doing, brother? No Phillies post-game show tonight just because, like I said, we'll do Eagles primarily first. We should be back for the Phils tomorrow, so come on in tomorrow. And if you want to call in tonight, you know the number, brother, 302-316-4848. Would love to talk with you about this Eagles W. But very happy with what I've seen from Za'Darius Smith. I think he's going to settle into his role finally for this team. But we got another call in with KJ McCoy on the phone. Mac, what's up?
Yo, what's going on?
How you doing?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Hey, I'm telling everybody how sharp Za'Darius Smith looked today, and I think he's going to fill a role pleasantly for the Eagles.
Yeah, he definitely did. I mean, on that, one of those times where I think it was I don't know if it counted for like a half a sack or something like that. I believe it was because he was in the mix, I believe, when I'm trying to think who got this. I think it was Jordan Davis, Za'Darius Smith, and I believe Makuba was in there as well. I think maybe Nolan Smith. I could be wrong. Could be wrong with the whole trio, but I did see a number 52, and for a second I thought it was I was getting flashbacks of Zach Cunningham from last year, but then I realized it's not Zach Cunningham. It's Za'Darius Smith, the new guy. So, but yeah, definitely it seems like he is a defensive presence a little bit already and bringing that veteran mentality. So we'll take it.
I thought it was Cunningham, too, a couple of times. And shout out to our boy, speaking of Cunningham, Christopher the Moose Cunningham. Yeah. How fun was watching the game today at the Chesapeake Inn, KJ?
Oh, it was awesome. And shout out to the Chesapeake Inn. It was a pleasure being there. Great atmosphere. Go check it out if you can. The Tiki Bar is amazing. The food there is amazing. So shout out to John Marco. I mean, he really does a great job over there with the atmosphere and amazing guys. So, I mean, shout out to him. We got to do some great things. We got to interview Deshaun Jackson. So, I mean, it wouldn't be happening without John Marco. So, I mean, God bless John Marco. Seriously.
Seriously, you're right. And it was honestly, I told my mom, I said it couldn't have been a better day for an Eagles fan. It literally went perfectly the whole day. We had a lot of people come out and support to the event, not just for us, but also for E-Rock, for Ange, for Miss Jules, for everybody that was there, for Deshaun, for Job Mark. Like, it was an awesome meeting of communities, is what I told my mom today, for a greater event, which was to raise money for Delaware State football. And I am a big Delaware fan, so I will root for Delaware State as long as they're not playing my Blue Hens. KJ knows. But as long as they're not playing my Blue Hens, I am happy to support that cause. So it was really cool. We got to hang out with the Moose. We hung out with Johnny Rambam as well. It was really cool getting to know both of those guys better and being able to get hype with them for a couple of moments. I mean, how hype was that first Barkley touchdown, KJ?
It was awesome. The place went insane. And I mean, you would think you were in Philadelphia. I mean, like in the Philadelphia area, but you were in Baltimore. I mean, not Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah.
Not Baltimore.
Yeah, not too far, though, from Maryland or from Baltimore.
Yeah, about an hour from Baltimore, an hour from Philly. So, I mean, it was awesome. I mean, the atmosphere was amazing. There are a couple random fans out of nowhere. We had a Ravens fan, a couple Cowboys fans, a Bears fan. So, I mean, we might have to ask Connor what the heck one of his Chicago brothers were doing here, but we'll accept it. We definitely will. We've nothing against the Bears. I mean, Dalton has a Mike Ditka whole getup, so he's got a soft spot for the Bears for them. So yeah, I mean it was an awesome atmosphere. We got to meet at halftime Holly, who was literally the queen of the whole Bird Gang Nation, if you want to say the whole Eagles Nation. I feel like she definitely is the queen, and she was calling me and Dalton like her two long lost sons, which is hilarious.
And Justin, too. Shout out to Justin Fiorello. He was there. Justin, it was awesome putting a face to the name with him.
Justin is the man. I mean, the stories that we heard from him, I mean, the experiences that he's had to witness, I mean, with the players has been awesome that he's been telling me about. And he was giving me some advice because I was asked when I got a signature from Deshaun Jackson, I was like, hey, when do I put it over the sheet? So it doesn't smear the autograph, because I've done that a couple times with autographs and I've got crap for it and everything like that. But he was like, "Oh, just wait 20 minutes," and I did, and the autograph looks great. So, and shout out to Deshaun Jackson. I mean, he was such a great guy. I mean, me and Dalt both. I mean, he's a hero for both of us.
Yeah.
Havens and Mooner got to meet him, and he's a hero for them as well. So many people, and he was nothing but nice, and he was nothing but a humble guy. And it was my third time meeting him, and every time it's always nothing but like respect, and just like it's a joy to meet him, because one of my favorite Eagles, and honestly one of my favorite players to meet personality wise as well. So nothing but an amazing event, and nothing but great things to say about Deshaun Jackson. And Dalton asked a really cool question to Deshaun, so I look forward to seeing those clips, the interview that we got with Deshaun Jackson. So that's going to be I think one of the best interviews we've ever had in 302 Birds history. So stay tuned for that. I cannot wait for that.
Well, thank you, man. And thank you for being there. Next time you're doing the interview. But it was a lot of fun. It was cool to be there with Mac, or as Moose says, McCoy, which we all call you already.
Of course. I was going to ask you one thing before I dip. What did you think about because I mean, obviously this is 2 games in a row. Are you nervous about Jalen not throwing any touchdowns yet? I know some people probably are nervous. They're probably acting like the sky is falling, but I'll say on my sake, I'm not nervous. I do feel like he looked confident. He didn't cause any turnovers, but what do you think about that, Dolt?
I think great question. No, I'm not nervous, because efficient is good. That's literally what I have for the lower third. As long as we're winning the games and he's efficient, the two correlate, right? Like if he's not efficient, the team's probably going to lose the game. But as long as he's efficient, Barkley's going to Barkley. AJ Brown and Smitty are going to get the ball in their hands. When they get the ball in their hands, they're going to make the most of it. So this team's going to find ways to win as long as Jalen Hurts does what he's supposed to, which is be efficient with the ball. So I don't need all the flashy plays, MVP candidacy, because look at those guys that are in the MVP conversation, right? If you want to say, okay, well, it's not Hurts, it's Patrick Mahomes, who I believe now is 0-2. It's, Lamar Jackson, who is at least 1-1, right? Or are they 2-0?
They are, I believe they are 1-1, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong.
I think they're 1-1 as well. And then look, Joe Burrow just got injured. He'll be out for a couple more weeks. And Josh Allen. Josh Allen is really the only one I think you could say that is pound for pound a better QB than Jalen Hurts. And you already know where I'm going at with this. You know that there have been certain days of the week that I will tell you Jalen Hurts is better than Josh Allen. That there are certain stats and certain days of the week that Jalen plays right there with Josh Allen, vice versa. It just really depends on the way you measure them. But I'm happy with the way Jalen's playing as long as they win the game. I mean, what do you think?
That's what really matters. Yeah, that's what really matters at the end of the day. I mean, I know a lot of people, especially the critics, and I mean the analysts, are going to be like, oh, well, he didn't do this, he didn't do that. And they're going to be like, okay, they want to see touchdowns. And unfortunately, Jalen is not really showing that yet at this moment. Will he show it? Oh, of course. He's going to show it very soon. He's going to get at all cylinders. I mean, cylinders are going to be going crazy. So, I mean, he'll get it going. He definitely will. But at the end of the day, a win is a win. And the NFL, to go to Arrowhead, go in a hostile environment like that, where you got a sea of red over there in Kansas City, and go over there and just silence them. And I mean, I know here's the thing, like we did win by 3 points, but I mean, you can take it any day. It's a win in the NFL, and I think you got to take every win you can in the NFL. So I mean, even though both these games weren't like they weren't dominating wins, I mean, here's the thing: you got to take it one game at a time. So I think they definitely will clean up.
Give me 1 sec too, because we're getting a call in. If you want to hop on StreamYard, you can feel free too.
I will. If you need me to. Do you need me to or no?
Not if you don't want to, but you can feel free if you want to. I'm going to pick up this call in, but thank you for calling in.
Of course. But,
sorry to cut you off, guys.
Well,
I want to make sure we don't miss that call in, because that was someone new. and I just want to make sure we get them back. So if you were just calling in that 609 number, I'm not going to expose who you were. Let me see if we can give you a ring back here. But let's talk some
Your
birds.
call
Let's
has
talk
been
some...
forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach.
Darn it. Well, maybe they'll call back in a second. Sorry about that, KJ. Sorry about that 609 number. We're still working out a way to be able to have multiple call-ins at once, too. We'll figure that out. But that 609 number, feel free to call back in, 302-316-4848. But yeah, like KJ was saying, I mean, efficient is good. Philly the Dong, we appreciate you. And here's the 609 number. Speak of the devil.
Call from
Broad Street Sports.
It's Broad! Broad!
Dalt, what's up, man?
How you doing?
I'm great. Well, you know what? I'm just going to be honest with you. There's a couple things I got to talk about. You know, I'm listening to your show, and I just listened to KJ get off the phone, and he's talking about, you know, Jalen's going to figure it out. Naughty's got, you know, everybody's going to figure it out. Yeah, I trust that Jalen Hurts is going to figure it out, and I don't think any of the problems are on Jalen Hurts. I'm just going to thread it out the way. I don't think any of the problems are on Jalen Hurts. I don't think any of the problems are on Barkley. I don't think any of that. But what I do believe is, and what I said in my own post-game show, is I believe that I feel like I'm living in a bad nightmare, that I'm reliving the 2023 Brian Johnson era. That's what I believe that I'm witnessing. It's screenplay after screenplay after screenplay. Then it's pitches and pitches and pitches. And every time they run a pitch, Saquon gets blown up for a 5-yard loss. Then on top of it, they do these stretch plays, and he only gets 2 yards. Whatever, there's no problem with that. And then I don't know if you noticed this, Thought, but every time there was a third down, you know, third down is a passing down, especially when you want to get the first down. You're trying to get some points. I mean, you're trying to get something going. You know, third down is a passing down. You can always just punt the ball if you have to on fourth down. You know, third down is a passing down. Every single time they had a third down, they ran the football with Barkley. They gave up. They didn't care. They didn't try to get the first down. They didn't try to continue to drive. They didn't try to do anything. They just continuously ran the ball on third down. It was a disaster. Then, honestly, I believe when Nick Sirianni called the one, he did the challenge play. I thought trying to get that challenge was a disaster, because either way, okay, it was a third down when you did it. Then you don't get it, whether you got it or not. The replay showed they didn't get it. You still had fourth down, and that play you're going to get it anyway. You're on a half-yard line. I mean, anybody could have gotten it in. So no reason to waste a challenge and then lose a timeout. The way that game was going, you were going to need that timeout. Then later in the game, he's calling a timeout because his team doesn't know how to manage the clock, and he don't know how to manage the clock. So I don't think that the sky's falling in at all. I don't think and I know it may seem like I think the sky's falling in, but my job and your job and the sports talk people's job is to point out what this team has done wrong the past 2 weeks. The offense looks pathetic. They're not playing well. And honestly, they're being too conservative. Like, you know, I have no problem with Jalen, you know, not throwing 40 times. I have no problem with that. But what I do have a problem with is, why are we not throwing the ball down the field? Why are we not trying to open the game up? Because here's the thing. You knew coming into the game that Spagnuolo was going to try and control Saquon Barkley. He did that. He did that for the most part, but I thought Saquon did a good job of, like, they made Saquon work for his yards. You know what I mean? They made him work for it. So I thought you knew Spagnuolo coming in was going to try and control Saquon Barkley. When he's trying to load the box and control Saquon Barkley, you have that. You have receivers. You have the best receiving core in the National Football League. You don't use them at all. Another pathetic performance, and not even performance out of A.J. Brown, but just you talked all week about giving him the ball. You gave him the ball 5 times for 27 yards. And I'm going to be honest here. It looked like Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown, they weren't running the routes the right way. They were running the routes real lazy. So I don't think the sky's falling in. I think the defense played extraordinarily well. I thought my two key players on the defensive team that were the players of the game, Nakuba and Zadarius Smith, they both had great games.
Agree.
But other than that, I don't think the sky's necessarily falling in. I mean, you are 2-0, but I do kind of have like that same feeling like I did in 2023, where you ended up going 10-1 and then lost your final however many games of the season, final 5 or 6, whatever it was of the season. So a win is a win, and a win is a win definitely in Arrowhead on the road. But it doesn't. For some reason, it just doesn't sit right with me. It's just conservative play calling. They don't want to throw. They don't want to throw the ball down the field. You have one of the best deep threats, A.J. Brown. Devontae Smith is also another great deep threat. You didn't use Grant Alcantara at all. So I don't know. In general, I just thought the play calling really bothered me.
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense, Broad. I think we need to be more critical on Patullo. I think last week he kind of got a pass, right? Because there was that lightning delay. There was the off season. It's the first game. There's a lot of other variables. But you're 100% right that right now there's way less variables. There's way less things going on. So it's like, all right, man, I don't care. It's the Chiefs. That was something I looked at today. This Chiefs team is not the same dynasty Chiefs. Players have left, and they just don't play to the same caliber that they used to. It gets mentally exhausting to be the best in the best for so long. And I just think that their rant is over, and it's the Eagles' turn. Now, the Eagles need to play a little bit better offensively. I agree. And it's not Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts being efficient is Jalen Hurts doing his job. We know that. Like, Jalen Hurts isn't going to go out there and put up 300 yards a game. We totally get it. But as long as Jalen Hurts does his job and is efficient, the players around Jalen Hurts, Barkley, A.J. Brown, Devontae, Goddard, they should make plays, and they will make plays. I mean, you saw it today with Barkley when the opportunities were there. He found a way to get in the end zone. I thought that the offensive line had a couple of moments that they could have been better, but overall looked good. And I think that, I don't know, I was pretty happy with this win, but at the same time, I think that it needs to be a learning win. Like, they need to go back to they're 2-0 at the end of the day is the one thing I keep reminding myself, because there's some teams like the Chiefs, for God's sake, who were in the Super Bowl last year and are now 0-2. So it could be a lot worse for the Eagles, but at the same time, these mental mistakes are going to bite them in the ass eventually. Like, they have to go to Green Bay. That was one thing I was talking about with an earlier call. And Broad, who is your team to beat in the NFC besides the Birds?
Probably the Packers. I mean, I still think Detroit's on that list. I think they're going to figure it out. I mean, they killed the Bears. I mean, they killed them. So I think Detroit. I still believe that. I think the Packers are great. I think Detroit is going to be good. We don't really know what we have with Washington. I think the Buccaneers are still a sneaky good team. I mean, the Rams are a good team. So, I mean, I just think the NFC is good. I still think the Eagles are really at the top of the NFC. But like you said, I think that the mental errors that they consistently have done, and I said on my show, and you'll see a clip that I'm going to post on Instagram and on social media tonight or tomorrow, and I was like, hey, I give this Eagles offense the benefit of the doubt. Like last week, I gave them the benefit of the doubt last week. Starters didn't play in the preseason. Patullo is the first-time offensive coordinator. They're trying to figure everything out. It's fine, whatever. Okay, great. But if you're playing the Chiefs, they're without their two best receivers. They're nowhere near the Chiefs that they once were. And the problem is you had so many opportunities throughout the game to just kill them, end them right then and there, and they didn't do it. There was something that I noticed is like they always just like to keep teams in the game. Like you have to just put teams away when you have the chance. And the Eagles didn't have it. They just didn't want to put the Chiefs away. And then you saw late in the game the Chiefs were starting to come back. Now let's think about the fact that if Travis Kelce caught that ball that Makuba intercepted, then it's a totally different ball game. It's a totally different ball game. But let's remember all the drives in the first half where the Eagles went 3 and out, screens, this, that, no heart, no discipline, penalties. They had like 3 penalties in one drive, knocked them back 15 yards. And it's like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? So this guy's not falling in for me. I am upset about the play calling. As I continue to say when I started the phone call, I don't think any of it is on Jalen Hurts at all. Any of like the players for that matter. I just think, they're all like on different pages. And it's Petulo's job to get them on the right page. But that's all I got for you, Thought. Thanks for letting me call in, man.
Hey, Broad, thank you for calling in. I apologize for not being able to call into your show. I'm going to get you back soon. Guys, make sure you go over to Broad Show, Broad Street Sports. He's crushing it over there, and he goes live with us every Saturday on Sippin' Sports. Broad, I appreciate you, man.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you.
I'll see you, brother. Guys, please go follow his channel. He is crushing it. We love him and what he's doing. Like I said, Sippin' Sports every Saturday morning. If you want to call in, now's your opportunity. Line is open, 302-316-4848. But yeah, I think Jalen Hurts being efficient. I think Broad and I, we agree on a lot. We agree on most of the things with Jalen. We definitely agree on that with Jalen, that he is doing his job. Now, as far as the offensive coordinator situation goes, I'd probably give Petulo one more week. I think that they got the job done. And going to Arrowhead, that loud stadium, isn't the easiest thing in the world. So it is what it is. But we'll see. We'll see. Speaking of the Barkley game, man, I mean, this guy was locked in. When that first touchdown happened at Chesapeake Inn, go check out our Instagram. We were going nuts. I mean, the atmosphere was crazy. All the Eagles fans were chanting. We were doing an Eagles chant. It was just a really fun day. And it feels like Saquon Barkley is one of the surefire touchdowns every week. Saquon Barkley, Jamar Chase. There's just guys that are going to put up a touchdown every week, no matter what. Well, Jamar, maybe not so much now with Burrow being out. But Barkley is really just that reliable guy for the Birds. I think he's going to have a great game again against the Rams next week. That's one bet I would definitely want to take if I was you guys. I would look to add Saquon Barkley in some kind of a parlay to crush it next week and probably go over like 120 yards at minimum. I definitely think that. Both times he's went for 148 plus, I think. So dude's going to go off. But Makuba also had a pick. This guy is just an intrinsic ball hawk. He finds a way, a nose for the football. Love to see it. He has definitely been a great addition for the Eagles. There were a couple of plays there was one play where Patrick Mahomes trucked him. So I'd like to see him do a little bit better on that. You got to win that battle, not just when you're a linebacker, when you're a safety too. But Makuba, I thought overall in coverage looked excellent, looked really mature out there, and then had that great pick. And when he gets the ball in his hands, it's a scary thing. He's going to have a pick six at some point this season. Andrew Makuba is going to have a pick six at some point this season. Howie just has a way of finding these athletes. And that's that 2-0 feeling. That is that 2-0 feeling. We're going now to get ready to play the Rams, and we're going to actually bring it home for one of my favorite segments, the Knockout Punch by Balboa Steaks, where I'm going to give you my knockout take for the Rams game next week.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The final word, the boldest take, the mic drop moment that hits harder than a Rocky's right hook. This is the Knockout Punch, powered by Balboa Steaks, the undefeated king of Delaware steaks. Bold takes, big bites. Let's swing.
Welcome to the Knockout Punch, powered by no other than Balboa Steaks. Go get your cheesesteaks from Balboa's. Jack goes there every pregame. He loves it. But my Balboa's take of the week, my knockout take, is going to be Saquon Barkley goes for at minimum 2 touchdowns next week. 2 touchdowns is safe. I think that's probably even a safer bet than 120. That's going to be my knockout take on the Knockout Punch. Saquon Barkley gets 2 touchdowns and leads the Philadelphia Eagles to 3-0 and a victory. Caw-caw! Heard it here first. Yup. Let me know in the comments, what is your guys' knockout take? Knockout Punch, powered by Balboa Steaks. We love you. We appreciate you. And now this team has just got to keep it going. They got to keep getting better week by week. Keep moving along. Keep progressing. Keep finding their way to Super Bowl 60 to raise that 3rd Lombardi trophy in Philadelphia Eagles history. The lines are pretty dry right now. I think that's all we got. We also got Weekends Last Beer coming up here in a second, so be sure to tune into that around 10 o'clock whenever they start. I'm going to be going to tune into that myself. But other than that, I hope everybody has a great night. I hope everybody has a safe night. I want to give one more thank you to all of our awesome sponsors, especially Nick's Pizza as well, renewing their sponsorship. If you guys haven't, go check out Nick's Pizza in Wilmington, Delaware. Amazing food, amazing people, a great bar there as well. Want to thank the Burnt Coffee Company. Want to thank Klondike Kate's and the Marticelli Restaurant Group. And Chesapeake Inn, of course, today. But Klondike Kate's is in the dang intro. And you guys know that's our home base. That's our favorite bar. But want to thank Chesapeake Inn for putting an amazing event on today with Deshaun Jackson. I will never forget that. It was awesome. And other than that, hope everybody has a great one. Hope everybody has a safe one. And let's go Birds.
This is for you. Playoffs in Philly.
What's up, guys? Dutchy talking in here.